This is part 11 of our 100% walkthrough for Oracle of Ages, and in this part, right off the bat, we're going to lose all our items, which just sucks.
Yeah, boo!
And in this part, we're actually going to be getting back our shovel, sword, shield, the bombs, we're going to win a Scent Seedling,
yep,
and we're going to get the flippers.
A lot going on that doesn't need to happen at all, and like, there's a lot of things in this game that turns like me off to it, and like I'm almost done. Like I said, I just beat the 7th dungeon.
Yep, I think you mentioned that.
Last part. So like I'm pretty far through the game, and it's still my one. It actually is my least favorite Zelda game, and and like I said,
this is part of it.
This is one of those parts because I hate Crescent Island.
Yep.
Any quest where we get an item stolen and we have to go back and find them, I think it's just pointless.
It really is.
It's a time waster.
That's exactly it. It's like, this does nothing for the actual story, because once we get all our items back, we just go straight to the next dungeon.
Yeah, like there's really no story with the Tokay right here. I mean, we kind of talk to them, but they mostly say the same thing.
They do.
And so, like, and then other than that, we really don't come back and visit them at all in the game. So it's
so pointless.
We're going to bash on these on Crescent Island for probably the next 2 parts, and it's a puzzle. Okay, it's a good puzzle. I do respect it for that, and like I know a lot of people like this game because of the puzzles. With me and puzzles in Zelda, like they can become to the point where they're frustrating.
Yep,
this will turn me off to the game, and this is one of those puzzles that really just frustrated me.
Any game you lose your items, I don't care if it's a Zelda game or anything else, it's just, it feels so terrible. Like we kind of get it in Skyward Sword as well when we go back down to the volcano.
Yeah.
But it's just, in this game, like I said, it just does nothing for the
It's like having an Xbox without controller.
It is.
What's the point? Like, you just go sit there and, like, look at your hands or whatever, so...
I do kind of have to laugh because all the Tokay, like, they seem so shady.
They're holding up... Yeah, okay, but they're, like, holding up their items proudly. Like, why would they not be hiding? You know, we'll kind of see, like, actually the first one said it. He said, I thought I was going to go high, but...
oops.
Actually, I'm going to give this to you instead. Yeah. So, but, like, they're standing there with the items over their heads, like, showing them proudly, like, go hide somewhere. Like, try to, like, get away from us. Like, the Tokay are obviously not very smart.
No, but I also really hated having to buy...
I can't figure out the puzzle.
Well, I also hated having to buy the shield again. Like, that was another 50 rupees we had to spend to get the shield. It's just, it really seemed pointless.
And being later on in the game, I can tell you, I could use those 50 rupees that I just spent right there, so...
Plus, like, trading in an item to pick up...
this part.
Plus, it could be confusing, like, to know what you're going after. Are you going to need
I don't know what a hoop is. Like, we're not playing basketball. Like, he calls the power bracelet a hoop.
The hoop.
I actually kind of do like that part, but
the
train hut right there, I really did hate because you had to know which item to trade in and which one what area you're going to next. Like, so like right here where we're going, if we get the wrong item, we have to walk all the way back to that train hut and switch out, and just I found that very frustrating because I was in the train hut. First time playing this game forever.
Yep. Plus, we go back to it just over and over and over again, and you can only carry one of those 2 things at a time, and it just is so repetitive. And this whole area is repetitive.
Yeah, and we don't go back to the past. I think we do a couple times, like to get to like different areas like that we couldn't get to, but just like that whole part, like okay, you gotta like warp to the present or past, like right here, and have this item, and just
the whole thing sucks.
It was repetitive, but it wasn't repetitive because you weren't doing it. Well, you kind of were doing the same thing, but like it's like, oh, this is the wrong item. I gotta go back and repeat what I just did and get the other item and just...
Well, and normally I don't mind these trading sequences.
I'm done talking about Zelda. This part. This is going to be a commentary part without commentary the rest of the way.
Right. Normally I don't mind the trading sequences in Zelda games, though. Like, I think Ocarina of Times was fun. Link's Awakenings wasn't bad at all. It's like, I don't mind them, but in this game...
But you don't get anything for it. Like, in this game, you're just getting your items back.
I know, that's the frustrating part.
Like, we basically just get to the next dungeon. Okay, we get the Scent Seedling.
Yeah,
but like
I don't even remember what it does.
We plant that actually to get scent seeds.
Oh,
and it also creates a warp tree, which are very valuable.
Those are
in this game. So Scent Seedling is important, but
this game actually, this little mini game isn't bad.
I think it's very I had to practice this recording numerous times for this game, so I think it's not bad. It's kind of a fun game, but it definitely is hard. Go ahead, Rebel.
You got to get the timing down.
Before interrupted.
No, it's fine. You got to get the timing down to make sure you actually hit them. And when a couple of them come back to back like that, it can be tough for sure. But overall, it was like not nearly as bad as like the Goron dancing game we'll encounter a little later.
Oh, that is terrible. But the thing is, like, man, like when you're throwing, like, if you miss them, you can kind of run down and throw it at them. But then it's harder, like, to go back up and get that and throw it back at them. So, like, if you move at all,
Yeah.
I found it very hard to kind of get back up to pace with the game.
Missing one, like even if you catch it near the bottom, it still throws you off for the whole thing, which is definitely annoying. But it's nice to we earned the prize, so that's
that's about the only thing we earn on this island. The rest of it is just running around doing whatever on this.
I know. And we got 3.5 more minutes of this part
I
alone.
know. I'm already tired of talking about Crescent Island. So
one thing I don't mind that we do here though is like there's a few of those like little I guess you call them seedlings or saplings that we scoot over underneath.
I do actually kind of like those things because
then they grow. Then they grow in the future into something a little more like you can climb up to the next level, things like that. I don't mind that at all.
That was one of those kind of cool, like going all the way back to the past and coming all the way to the present. I did like that part because it's just kind of cool. Like, it's a very unique concept and just like seeing what it becomes in the present. One of the few things, like we'll actually see that throughout the game, but just
along with this
I think we first saw it here. It's one of the things I actually did like about this area. So,
and I do like how they say like back in the day there used to be this giant scent tree here or whatever, and it's like, oh well, we're gonna plant this and it'll grow and be there. So it's come back after a long time.
Yeah,
like 400 years.
And he's gonna sit there and watch it this whole time. So
they must be a long-lived species. That's all I know.
Well, was it him or is it just somebody that's watching?
It's probably just somebody.
See, that doesn't make sense to me at all, right there. Like, okay, I'll sit here and watch it. Like, okay, you obviously know probably how well. I guess the thing is, we only have like a 400-year gap. That tree could have grown like in 20 years.
It could have.
We just don't know it until like 400 years later. So
now, basically, we have to get 10 mystery seeds before we can actually buy our items back. Is that what it is?
You really don't have the opportunity. I guess we did we encounter that tree with mystery seeds?
I tried to remember where.
I think we did encounter that tree with mystery seeds. It's one of the first 8 parts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you could load up on mystery seeds, but at the time of this recording, I just didn't have enough to buy anything. So
exactly.
That is kind of a pain. So, if you want to kind of come into this prepared,
have some mystery seeds.
Yeah, make sure you got some seeds or mystery seeds, like you said.
Yeah.
So, you can kind of buy that early and kind of get that out of the way because you will have to buy back both items eventually.
Yep. And I liked how you could like come into this room and you see the flippers right there. And you still have to actually work your way around the room a little bit to get to them because you can't just swim across.
You like that or you don't like that?
I actually kind of do.
Okay.
It's not like a difficult puzzle.
What's the point if you just can like swim across? Well, you obviously can't swim across because you don't have your flippers.
Exactly.
That's the frustrating thing. If you're sitting there, you walk in and you can see your flippers, but yet you cannot get to them. So,
although I did like the way
you did there, Nintendo.
I like the way you were dropping those bombs, then jumping back across the ledges to make sure you didn't get blasted into the water.
I didn't want one of them to hit me, so
hey, we've blown ourselves up enough in Zelda.
That's true. That's true. It only takes like half a heart usually, so it's not that bad of a deal.
Yep. That's
I didn't have anything either, so.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the last item we actually get back in this part.
Yeah,
thankfully, but we still
got like 50.
We still have some.
What we do the last 40 seconds?
I guarantee
we go back to train. I guarantee that's what we do. Because I was sitting there and I actually thought that was the end of the video, but I'm like, no, we still have like 40 seconons left. And
yeah, we do.
You were right. That's the last time. I was like, it's got to be the train hut, and it looks like that's exactly where we're going.
I guess we're picking our hoop back up now.
How many times has this we've been in here now? Like
it's already been 3
or 4. So
and we'll be in there a few more times, so we get to know this guy pretty well.
Yeah, well, he says the same thing every time.
Yeah, here's my
this
hoop.
Much for this much. You want to switch for this. You want to switch for that. But anyways. This will go ahead and wrap up part 11 of our 100% walkthrough for Oracle of Ages.